Hello. Hi. I call this move sometimes, well, in my head I call it the Sharon Stone, but I might as well coin it since you're watching me. And I don't want you to think, oh, he's just being silly. No, this is honestly like a baby pose, a child's pose. And there's something about that energy when they can sit up and just open themselves up to you. And a lot of that energy just feels good in the sacrum and then, your pelvis and your hips and, you know, your iliacus muscles. Just good to kind of open that up. But I want you to know me better than I know myself. I just want to tell you these things, and I want to be open with you. But tell me about yourself too. Like, tell me what you've been up to. Yeah, like, you might want to read some of my content and look into it, and you've probably, heard some of the buzz around some of the colorful material. But I'm at a point whereby I want to hear your story. I want to learn from your experiences. I want you to help me with developing and cultivating better habits and cultivating my personality and focusing on my spectrum of consciousness so I can do right by the universe and do right by people and do right by my family and do right by my environment, and to be all the way 100, do right by my grandkids. Like, they keep me on my shit for sure, and they call me out on it, and they, are very vocal about it. But, what can you say? They live in a time whereby we are like focused on self, and for a person who didn't need a push or somebody else to tell me like, hey, it's okay to like yourself. People who know me. But like with the company, I want you to take that personal development to the point whereby once you have triangulated on the concepts of mental development, spiritual development, mental cultivation, spiritual cultivation, and the body, going in, waking up, going for the run, doing your stretches, stretching, drinking plenty of water, doing your calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, stretching, getting the cardio in whilst you're doing the mental and spiritual. That's when you really like hone in on that spiritual gift. That's really when you're firing off on all cylinders. That's when you have the glow. That's whenever you level up. That's when Naruto learns the new jutsu and he is further down his path with, him becoming the greatest ninja of all time. That's how Goku and Vegeta and Gohan turn from that level of this tier to the next tier of Saiyanship. That's how whatever anime, whatever video game you played, it's all about character development, and that's the new term for it now. But your life is character development, and you are the character. If you're not developing your character, you're tripping, you're playing, you're fucking around, you're making excuses for yourself, but you're not living the lifestyle. With Angels in Politics, I talk about the duality of it. Do you want to live for the spiritual gratification of knowing that your spirit is in alignment or is aligned with what you're doing? Okay, so are you focusing your life on giving, relentless giving of your gifts, giving so much that you're physically tired, your body is drained, you can give no more because of how much you've exhausted yourself, because this is what you were created to do. All right, so it's not about the money, it's not about the fame, it's not about your name, it's about doing God's work and God's work through you. And once you're doing something that activates that soul, then you're on the right path. Or you can focus on the political, and the political is the everyday. The political is like, hey man, I got bills to pay. Like, I got kids. Like, I got a wife. I got a shorty. I got a, I got bills. There's the IRS. There's, this foreclosure. There's this, gas bill. There's this light bill. There's this, student loans. There's this baby mama issue. There's this, okay? So the political is like the everyday. The political is the interaction. The political is like, hey, I know you're talking about faith, and I know you talk about building hopes on things eternal, and I know you're talking about, spiritual cultivation, and you're talking about meditation, and you're talking about being at one with nature. But fuck all that, bro. Like, my car won't start. My car got towed. I don't have medical insurance, and I am hurt right now. Like, what are you saying? Like, I'm on food stamp. I got EBT right now. Like, and they're playing around with my shit right now. Like, I don't have money for my rent, and my landlord is on some other shit. Like, these are my issues, so I gotta be political, okay? The synthesis of these two worlds is what Angels in Politics is about, because it's all about how we interface and how we work on these things and how we can come into contact with these trials. And you can look at them as angels or demons, but they're around everywhere, and it's every day. And we have to strengthen ourselves, and it has to be training, and it has to be making sure that we're open and flexible and ready to receive, and we're like permeable, and we can just flow through things, and we're like a liquid state. We're like water. That's how we're going to start flowing. Be a part of this company, be a part of this family, be a part of this growth, and be a part of me. Go.